Snipers, you have to see what's happening in the Bitcoin price right now. As I just got on-chain analytics, and we have over $600 million worth of Bitcoin leaving exchanges in the last 24 hours. And the day before that, we had over $400 million worth of Bitcoin leaving exchanges, equaling over $1 billion worth of Bitcoin leaving exchanges in the last 48 hours to put bullish pressure on the order books. And guess what we have waiting for us on Monday? Amazon to have its first stock split in over 2 decades, currently trading at around $2,500 a share. It's now going to drop and open up at $122 a share, allowing retail to come in. And does that mean the NASDAQ is going to open up green for this week, potentially pushing up Bitcoin above 30,000 US dollars? And even further, well, we're still in our long position at the weekly open. Let's talk about the Bitcoin chart. Smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm if you support this content, Sniper. So our long position at 29,400 is still active because that's the weekly open, and it's going to turn into the previous weekly open in less than 24 hours. So this will either be the major support or the major resistance coming into next week. Now, if we see any hourly and 4-hour candles close below the weekly open at 29,491, at this point, if it is during the weekend, then I expect Bitcoin to eventually creep its way back towards this level, because I believe as equity markets open, Bitcoin is going to stay above this extremely important support level, because there's no justification right now in the outside 4-dimensional revolving parts to say that Bitcoin needs to come further below 29,491. That could change if equity markets open up the week with some downside. But for now, equity markets are telling me that Bitcoin actually has a potential for upside versus downside, and it's more likely to move up than it is to move down. And if we were to move up, the range resistance right now is right around 31,700, where we have the monthly open. This is the very tight channel that Bitcoin is currently playing in, and the major bearish resistance, as you snipers know, is this $33,000 area, where we have this bearish resistance level that has rejected us in the past ever since we came below the 20-week moving average. That's what we ultimately want to conquer. And then, of course, seeing price action above this resistance around 33,000 justifies Bitcoin getting towards 34,788, which we believe Bitcoin will reach 34,788 before and if it gets the chance to even test 25,000. Now, what I mean by that is maybe we see a rejection there, and then eventually later down the road we come down further. But right now, I believe that we have a short-term bottom. I believe that this is a psychological bottom based on what happened with the Luna collapse. And what's very interesting is Cathie Woods had her most recent video posted today. And some of you are not fans of Cathie Woods, but she was extremely accurate during the pandemic. And so I think it's worth listening to her right now, especially if you feel like we are in uncertain times in the equity markets with the NASDAQ selling off and currently in a bear market. And one thing that really struck a note with me with her recent video that she posted today, she posts every single first Friday of the month after the employment reports come out. And she said that Bitcoin over the last week has decoupled away from the NASDAQ, and the NASDAQ continued to move up while Bitcoin did not see that type of upside. So I think that that means two different things. Either Bitcoin is just consolidating and that eventually it's going to catch up, or in the immediate short term, we may see Bitcoin actually outperform the NASDAQ to get back to its correlation. And that would assume Bitcoin moving back above that $30,000 level towards the monthly open. So everything is pointing towards upside, in my opinion. And I don't see anything that says that we should be seeing downside in the immediate short term, at least. And if we can come and test 65,000 Satoshis for Ethereum, at that point, we can potentially entertain some shorts, and potentially the bears will have a chance there to maybe reject that zone. And same with Bitcoin at 34,788. I think either of those are the most important resistance levels right now for Bitcoin. And I say that Ethereum to Bitcoin chart's important because that's going to give us a gauge of the fuel for this current move and the consolidation that we're in, because we broke 65,000 Satoshis, but we didn't come back up to test it as resistance. So with that, Amazon stock split coming into this new market open, is that going to be a bullish catalyst for the NASDAQ, and that could also affect the cryptocurrency market? Who knows? I think that's a very interesting thing coming into this week. And if any other news comes out, I'll update you snipers as always. I appreciate each and every one of you tuned into the channel. I couldn't do this without you. Smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm if you support this content. And until next time, snipers out.